Welcome back to Movies TV Mad. Remember, you can follow me on Twitter, where I'm also at Movies TV Mad. And on Instagram and TikTok, I'm at Movies TV Mad 555. Go and support me on TikTok and Instagram if you love me. Because I've started really focusing on my movies and TV stuff. And I really would love some subscribers and some interactions with you guys over there as well. So, Loki episode 3. If you ever want to know what someone means by a filler episode of television drama, go and watch Loki episode 3. This is such a time-wasting exercise. It's so blatant, it's so threadbare, but still, I found myself loving it. Is there something wrong with me? I think so. Well, that was proven a long time ago, by the way. There's nothing we can do about that. So, this episode. So, at the end of the last episode, he jumps into the portal thingy and he follows Lady Loki. Don't call her Lady Loki to her face. She doesn't like it. So at first, they don't really like each other. But they find that they need each other because they kind of found themselves in this kind of world. Or is it Earth, I suppose? It's Earth. Is it 2070 or something like that? Anyway. So very shortly, in about 12 hours, this world's going to be destroyed. So Loki and Lady Loki decide to unite to try and get off the place. So they try and go on a train, but Loki gets drunk. And they end up they have to jump off the actual train. Now, another facet of the episode is that Loki claims he has a device that can help them get off this world. Now, what happens is when they fall off the train, it breaks. This is interesting. This is the only reason she claimed she wasn't going to kill Loki. But after it broke and it was useless to them, she still didn't kill him. Why not? She said that's what she wanted to do and she didn't do it. Was it because she now grown to like him as a brother maybe or something like that? I don't know. Listen, Tom Hiddleston and the lady playing Lady Loki were brilliant. The interactions were great. We had no Morbius in this episode. We had no TVA. But there was a really massive reveal that the TVA agents actually used to be variants, and they don't know that they used to be variants. They were plucked from Earth. This is interesting. Does this mean that Morbius doesn't know who he is? Is he part of this, or is he an innocent victim that used to be a variant too? And ultimately, Loki is going to tell him this. I think all hell may break loose when he finds this out. So this is very, very interesting. That was one of the biggest moments of the episode as far as I'm concerned, because at least we got this filler episode, but we did have a reveal and a connection to what's going on. So that's very, very interesting. As I say, the special effects, the action in this episode was fantastic. And so even though I knew they were taking the piss out of us, in a third episode of a 6-episode series, having a filler should be a crime. These people should be dragged through the streets while we chuck tomatoes at them, right? Because that is a liberty. But still, despite it being a filler, it was a very entertaining episode. The problem is, with all of Disney Plus's Marvel shows thus far, they all have been pretty much a waste of time. An entertaining waste of time, but a waste of time nevertheless. This is my issue with it. And so I find myself asking another question, and that is, maybe I should be comparing Superman and Lois to the Disney Plus Marvel Studios shows. But you're saying, Mick, how can you do it? One show versus the MCU. You see, and there's really not much to say about the episode. That's pretty much it. That's what I'm saying. It was a filler. I'll give it about 7 out of 10 for entertainment value. And it did kind of seep out some interesting kind of pieces of information that we needed to know. As I say, the interactions between the characters were great. It was entertaining, but it was a blatant filler just to stand the story still and not progress it nearly enough. So anyway, so let's look at this. Let's look at Superman and Lois opposed to the MCU Disney Plus shows. So when I heard that the CW were doing a Superman TV show, and then I found out that they were calling it Superman and Lois, I was worried. I thought this was going to be a Lois Lane show and Superman was going to be the beta male in getting slapped around. Come off it, you man, you know. I thought we were going to get worse than we'd already had with Superman in the Arrowverse. Of course, Tyler has done a good job. It's not Tyler's fault. His first episode in Supergirl was sensational. He was upstanding, the way he talked, the manners, the way he spoke. He was Superman. He's the way I want Superman to be. He killed it. So he's a great Superman. I know he's a little bit shorter than you would expect Superman to be, and people have mocked him for being shorter than Jimmy Olsen. But at the end of the day, he's a very good actor, and he's doing the job, and he's always been a great Superman, despite the writing and the character development for him. And all this, Kari, you're the best, Kari, you're better than me. You know, I'm going to Argo. Who needs Superman? We got Supergirl. Pathetic, right? So obviously, that was all disappointing. So I thought this Superman show they were developing was problematic, and I thought I was going to hate it, considering Superman's my character as well. But then slowly I heard something else, that Todd Helbing would be running the show. This started making me feel better about things, because Todd ran seasons 1 and 2 of The Flash, and that's some of the best DC live action you will ever see. And the show's been drowning ever since he left. And isn't that the truth? So let's hope he can stay here for as long as Superman and Lois is on the air, because he's important. We lose him from that show, the same thing is going to happen to Superman and Lois as well. So what is Superman and Lois like as a TV show? Well, Superman and Lois is an outstanding piece of work. It really is. The twists, the turns, the uniqueness of the story. Superman having the two sons, Jordan and Jonathan. Jordan developing the powers instead of Jonathan. That's a twist, because Jonathan in the comics is Superboy and he has the powers. I assume that's what's going to happen in that show eventually. Obviously, these two brothers, they're probably going to become enemies or something. And that will be really compelling and awesome, but we'll see. I think the show's amazing. As I say, moving back to Smallville, the stuff with the boys, giving us that Smallville TV show element at the high school with Lana Lang's daughter Sarah, Lana Lang's husband. Brilliant. It's so different to what anyone would expect, because what do you do with a TV show version of Superman when you don't have the budget? You don't have 300 million like Snyder did with Man of Steel and BVS and Zack Snyder's Justice League, Snyder Cut. You know, so you're going to have to focus on something. Oh, I know, the family element. Brilliant idea. He's still Superman. He's still great as Superman. The visuals for the Superman on this are sensational. So I would actually say, and I know I'm going to get a lot of hate for this, that Superman and Lois is far superior to any MCU Disney Plus show. But why? Because Todd Helbing is trying. He's trying to develop characters. He's trying to make it look epic. He's trying to do right by Superman. In terms of all these people developing Disney Plus shows, the motivation there is, let's just shove the MCU logo on it and people will come. That's what we all do, right? It's an MCU show. We have to watch it. It's all interconnected. If we miss something, what will we do? The whole world will implode. The space-time continuum will vanish, and we'll end up like Marty McFly in Back to the Future 2, where I'll be climbing into my own window and there'll be a woman in there. I mean, that would be so bad, would it? But, so I do believe that Superman and Lois is far superior than the MCU Disney Plus shows, because I feel that Superman and Lois is trying to do something. It's going to a journey. This season has been tremendous and fantastic. And when I look at the Disney Plus Marvel shows, I just see people attempting to dangle a carrot by us and then say, oops, you'll have to wait till the movies. But what do you think? Do you think Superman and Lois is superior to the Marvel Studios Disney Plus shows? Comment down below. Like, share and subscribe. Please hit that bell so you don't miss anything. And remember, follow me on Twitter @MoviesTVMad and Instagram and TikTok @MoviesTVMad555. Until next time, goodbye.